for Thursday, January 21st. So in class, we worked on the distributive property and on having variables on both sides. So I'm just going to pull out a whiteboard and do some of the problems that are similar to what we did. So if we have, let's see, if we have 2n plus 5 on one side of an equation and n plus 12 on the other side, we kind of have this picture. So we've been using this picture of a mobile. And so on this side we'd have, if this represented an n and this represented another n, the same size and shape, let's color them red. And we also had on this side, let's say, a weight that had 5. And then on this side of our mobile, we had just one of those red shapes, same as this shape over here, and then a different weight that maybe looked like this that had a 12 on it. What we discovered today in class was that we could simplify this by removing this one, and then we can see that as x plus 5 equals 12. And so that's what it looks like right here. We can remove one of these n's because even though we don't know what n is equal to, it's equal to itself. And so we can subtract the same amount from both sides. So n plus 5 is equal to 12. And so we can subtract 5. If we subtract that away and we just subtract 5 from there, we end up with 7. So n is equal to 7. So if we go back to our original, if it was 7 and 7 and 5, that is 19. And this is 7 and 12, and that's also 19. So that's why it's balanced. The other thing that we worked on today was distributive property. So here's what the picture looks like with distributive property. If I have, we're only going to look at 1/2. We're not going to even look, we're going to leave this part just unknown. We don't know what that side of the mobile looks like, but if this side of it looked like this, if we had a bunch of things hanging off of it, well, let's use 5 for an example. And let's say that that was an x, and this was a weight of 2. And so we have all these pairs of x and 2, and x and 2, and another x, and another 2, and another x, and another 2. So this is like a set. So we could write x plus 2 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. And we could do that 5 times. Or we can recognize that that keeps repeating, and it's like a set, like a complete set. So what we do is we put parentheses around our set and write how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 sets. And so the distributive property just is a counting issue. We want to know how many x's, how many 2's. We have 5 x's and we have 5 2's. So 5 x's and then 5 2's is the same as 10. So 5 times parentheses the set of x plus 2 is the same as 5x plus 2. And That's what we worked on today. So with the remainder of our recap, I'm not going to go over the CAMI answers or the Pear Deck. We're going to continue to work on that into next week, even though we have new things to work on. We're just kind of trying to get caught up. What I want to look at is IXL S8. So let's go to IXL S8. If you're watching this and you're trying to get caught up, then work on IXL S8 and I'll do a few problems for you. So if I'll go to learning and I'll go to 7th grade and we'll go to S8. Solving equations with like terms. So if I have 3 S's and 4 S's, that's the same as 7S. And 7S, and let me see, this is going to be better here. There we go. So I want to draw a picture of this as if it was a mobile, because I think that's really been useful this week. So this would look like this. We would have a weight on one side of it that would equal 14. And on the other side, we'd have an S and an S and an S, and then 4 of them. So there would be 7 altogether. So this is 7S is equal to 14. So if we divide it by 7, each of them is going to equal 2. So S is equal to 2. So on this one, y plus 9y's is equal to 10. So that's, I can combine these. These are like terms. So 10y is equal to 10. That must mean that each y is equal to 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. And let's do one more. So if I have 11 of something, even though I don't know what j is, it's just an amount. And if I take 6 of those amounts away, I have 5 of them left. So whatever they are. And they're going to equal 15. So I'm going to divide by 5. So j is equal to 3. And that's how you do IXL this week. All right, so that is a recap for Thursday, January 21st.